Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Mesa Police and Fire and Medical Honor Guards. We now welcome Grace Rogers to perform the national anthem.
All uniform personnel, present.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the
Please welcome Mesa Chamber of Commerce Board Chair Shannon Hines.
Wow. Wow, how do I follow that? Grace and our honor guard, amazing. Such an amazing job. Well, good morning and welcome to the 2026 Mayor's State of the City Breakfast. This is one of my favorite events of the year. I'm Shannon Hines, board chair of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce and area manager with Guild Mortgage Company. It's great to see such a full room this morning. At the Mesa Chamber, we're all about creating meaningful connections and programs that really make a difference, supporting our members, strengthening local businesses, and helping drive Mesa's continued growth. Sally Harrison and her team, along with so many of our dedicated members, are a big part of what makes that happen. Their energy, leadership, and commitment truly help shape the momentum we're seeing across Mesa, and I'm incredibly grateful to be a part of that. I'm seeing a lot of new faces in the room, which is so exciting. I hope you had a chance to meet someone new. If you didn't, I challenge you to greet someone new on the way out. And it is great to see such a great turnout and support to hear from and support the mayor. Thank you all for being here. And this morning, we are honored to have many elected officials and VIPs joining us from across the state of Arizona. Their names are listed on the screen behind me. And at this time, I'd like you all to stand up, elected officials and VIPs, so that we can recognize you. Incredibly grateful for the sponsors that made this event possible. Let's start with our presenting sponsor, our friends at SRP. I'd also like to thank our title sponsors, EdgeCore Digital Infrastructure, Google and Wilming Construction, our corporate sponsors, DoorDash Labs, Honor Health, Meta, Rolling Plains Construction, Strive Pharmacy, Virgin Galactic, and Waste Management, along with our VIP event sponsor, AMR, and our centerpiece sponsor, Core Construction, for their support of this year's breakfast. And in addition to those, we have 54 other sponsors who helped make this happen today. While we don't have time to recognize each one individually, you see them on the screen listed behind me. Please join me in thanking all of our sponsors. And thank you again for your continued support of the Mesa Chamber and this event. We are so glad you're here. Now let's get started.
This is a story built from the ground up, rooted in family, hard work, and generations of commitment to one community. Led by Mark Freeman, Mesa's 41st mayor, a lifelong resident, a proud descendant of Mesa's founding families, a bricklayer who spent more than 20 years working in the trades, someone who knows the tools of the job, a farmer, still tilling the same soil his family tended generations before him. He has carved a path long before public office, from early mornings to long nights, guided by the values of a strong work ethic and service to others. For 31 years, he served Mesa as a firefighter, protecting lives, leading crews, and retiring as a paramedic captain. That same commitment drew him to public service, to give back, first as a council member, then vice mayor, and now mayor. But his story is not about titles. It's about a lifetime of showing up, of serving others, of putting Mesa first. And today, that commitment helps carry Mesa forward.
We are building a Mesa that prospers, a Mesa that is known for balancing growth with our values and our quality of life, a Mesa that protects its neighborhoods, safeguards its water, and serves every family who calls this place home, a Mesa built from the ground up.
Please welcome Mesa Mayor Mark Freeman.
We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city. We built this city on rock and roll.
Well, are you excited to get this party going? Thank you. You know, I know it's really precious time that we have, and this is just, for me, it's kind of overwhelming to see all of you here, and I appreciate that, because we work really hard in the city of Mesa to make this all possible, and I have a great team that made this all possible. Let's give them a round of applause, all the behind the scenes. Thank you so much. You know, I'm proud to report that our state of the city is strong. Before we dive into all the great things happening in Mesa, I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible people who make it all possible. Great cities don't succeed on their own. It takes dedicated leadership, hardworking staff, and a community that cares. First, I'd like to introduce and acknowledge our city leadership team, and I want you to please stand and be recognized. Our city manager, Scott Butler. Mr. Butler, stay standing. Along with our assistant city managers, Brent Stoddard, Ken Kost, and Mark Hirschberg. Deputy City Manager, Candace Canistaro, and our CFO, Mike Kennington, and all the other department directors that make this all work. As I've said in the past, public safety for Mesa is non-negotiable. And I want to thank our Police Chief, Dan Butler, and Fire Chief, Mary Camelli, for their leadership. Please stand and be recognized. Go back here. Mesa State of the City has become quite the tradition, as you know. And thank you to the Mesa Chamber for partnering with us for this annual event. When I say tradition, we're talking about the values that shape us and the priorities that guide us. Trust is earned by doing what we say we will do and delivering on that promise year after year. Mesa has been able to grow and elevate our communities to where we are today. We have different districts, different stories, one shared foundation, and now let's hear from our Mesa City Council.
Hi, I'm Rich Adams, District 1 Council Member. District 1 is where Mesa's settler history still shows up in everyday life. You'll find families who have been here for generations and neighborhoods where people take real pride in where they live. That sense of community is what helps local businesses thrive and keeps District 1 strong.
Hi, my name is Dorian Taylor. I'm Council Member for Mesa District 2. Central Mesa has long been anchored by working families and retirees. Our District 2 has families who are putting down their roots, they're pursuing opportunities, and they are supporting one another in strength and community through civic and faith-based organizations. And I am so grateful that I have been given the opportunity to represent their voice.
Hi, I'm Francisco Heredia, and I represent District 3 in West Mesa. District 3 is one of Mesa's most dynamic communities. Here, multi-generational families live alongside master plan neighborhoods, and education is at the forefront, shaping the next generation of leaders, innovators, and small business owners. What makes District 3 special is the way so many different stories come together, and how we make space for every one of them.
Hi, I'm Councilmember Jen Duff for District 4. Creativity is the lifeblood of Mesa's downtown. Award-winning restaurants and museums feature cuisine and culture from around the globe, while boutiques and galleries offer a uniquely local shopping experience. The architecture and artistry in District 4 honors where we've been, while continuing to shape what Mesa can become.
Hi, I'm Alicia Goforth, Council Member for District 5. District 5 is defined by safe, active, and connected neighborhoods. Mornings on the trails, weekends in our parks, and neighbors out gathering together are part of what makes this district special. That's why we keep focusing on growth that elevates our quality of life, strengthens our identity, and drives economic vitality.
Hi, I'm Vice Mayor Scott Summers representing District 6 at Southeast Mesa. Southeast Mesa has seen a transformation over the years. What was once dairy farms and proving grounds has emerged into a hub of high-tech industry, advanced manufacturing, and aerospace. Not to mention some of the most beautiful neighborhoods, making my district a place to live, work, and play.
So those voices reflect on who we are. A city built on community, built on accountability, and built on tradition. A strong foundation makes Mesa ready for what comes next. Mesa is now recognized nationally by Wallet Hub as the best run city in Arizona and number 11 best run city in the US. It's a top performer in economic growth among large US cities. And this year, our Economic Development Director, Jay O'Donnell, has been named Economic Developer of the Year by the Arizona Association for Economic Development. Ms. O'Donnell, please stand and be recognized. Wherever she is. There she is. It's hard to see when there's lights in your eyes, so. But Mesa's Public Information, and we also have several awards. So Mesa's Public Information and Communications Department was named Communications Team of the Year by the Public Relations Society of America, the Phoenix chapter. The Top 10 Digital Award from the Center for Digital Government for the second year in a row. Mary Main Street received Outstanding Special Events Award from Arizona Parks and Recreation Association, along with Mesa Arts Center was named Best Performing Arts Center by the Phoenix New Times. Again, Mesa City Hall was honored as Recreation and Public Works Project of the Year with Oakland Construction by the Arizona Real Estate Development Awards. Idea Museum was named Best Museum by the Mesa Tribune. The Arizona chapter of the American Planning Association awarded Mesa the Strengthening Communities Resilience and Sustainability Award for our balanced housing program. These awards and achievements are the results of decades of sound financial management, responsible land use planning, and a clear understanding that long-term stability matters more than short-term wins. Most of us know that Maricopa County is one of the fastest growing counties in the United States, and Mesa is proud to be a part of that growth, and it's no accident that people, families, and businesses are choosing Mesa. This growth is built on credibility, and it's what allows Mesa to compete, attract opportunities, and invest confidently in our future. Traditions are carried forward by the leaders elected to represent their communities. Now it's about building on that strength and turning it into opportunity. When I think about that as a mayor, I'm not thinking about jobs. I'm thinking about the kind of successes that actually change lives, the kind that lifts families, strengthens neighborhoods, and makes everyday life better for the people and businesses who call Mesa home. Opportunity also means making sure the services people rely on are strong, dependable, and always there when you need them. Mesa is a full-service city, and honestly, that's something Mesa has always done well. We build, we adapt, and we keep innovating as we grow. A strong economic development strategy is a lot more than approving permits and cutting ribbons. It is building a city where opportunity can take root and grow for everyone. And you know, one thing I've learned as mayor, you're expected to be in a lot of places, sometimes all at once. So yeah, I've gotten pretty good at managing my time, but being mayor also gives me a front row seat to how innovation is showing up right here in Mesa. Let me show you. Off to my next meeting.
It's interesting, you're able to feel comfortable in this car with some soothing music, and you can actually do some networking meetings and make phone calls, whatever you like. I enjoy that. It seems to be doing way more, so to speak, as Waymo, and we enjoy this opportunity to be in the car. This is awesome, everybody. Look at
Romy's going to take us over to the farm bot. Okay, Romy, I want to tell you thank you. I can see the farm bot over here, and I'm going to go through this door. As a farmer, I'm always interested in new technology and especially innovation. This is really cool. We have the farm bot here showing how agriculture can be produced in the future. Let's see how it works.
So the farm bot here is a one-stop system. So it seeds, it weeds, and it waters all of the things that are in it. You see that we have some cucumbers, some lettuce going as well. And the idea is that we'll plant food that we can use in programs like Pass the Plate, where we can cook up some of the stuff that we grew and kids can watch it go from farm to table.
Talking about produce has made me hungry, so we're going to head back to City Hall and hopefully get something to eat on the way back.
Hi, Mayor. I think your DoorDash is on the way.
That's great. I'm hungry. Let's go get it. Thank you, Dot. Now I'm ready to work and get back to it. Well, look who's coming. We thought we'd bring you some technology here. Let's see what Dot has. Wow, one of my favorites, RC Cola. All you have to do is order one. In fact, this is really cool. Mesa has now become DoorDash's primary area for delivering food products here in Mesa, Arizona. It started here in Mesa. So thank you for DoorDash. They're about the third table back here, somewhere here. So DoorDash, thank you so much. It's great. I'm going to drink this later because I'll eat it. That's Mesa. We're a city that respects tradition, but we're not stuck in the past. We're willing to try new ideas, adopt new tools, and embrace the kind of innovation that creates real opportunity. When you zoom out, the same story is playing out across our entire economy. Mesa is building opportunity at every scale. Just look at the Palo District. The former Fiesta Mall site, this 80-acre property, is once in a generation opportunity right here in the heart of Mesa. With direct freeway access and strong infrastructure already in place, it's the kind of site cities across the country compete for, but very few have. For too long, this property is set vacant, and today we're changing that. We are positioning the Palo District to attract responsible, high-impact investment that brings real results. It has the potential to create an entertainment and neighborhood hub within a short drive of downtown Mesa and nearby neighborhoods. Part of the plans announced recently include a 25,000-seat state-of-the-art stadium that could bring professional soccer to Arizona. And how great would that be? So working together with our private partners, this transformational project will revitalize West Mesa, drive economic growth, and create new opportunities. Thank you to Vicki Mayo for being here with us today, and we're excited for this investment in our city. Let's give Vicki a hand. So big projects like this are exciting, but it's also the small businesses that give our community its character and heart. The family-owned shops, the restaurants, the makers who pour everything they have into doing what they love. And you can also see it in our major employers choosing Mesa for the next generation of advanced manufacturing. A healthy economy needs both. It's small businesses that make a city feel alive, and it needs the large-scale investment that brings high-wage jobs, expands the tax base, and creates long-term stability for families. Over the past year, we've seen more than $1 billion in new capital investment, well above our annual goals, bringing more than 1,500 new jobs to our community with average wages close to $70,000. That's the story of Mesa's economy. We make room for excellence at every level. Manufacturing success in Mesa did not happen overnight. It's built on a culture that values hard work, precision, and long-term commitment. Land, infrastructure, utilities, and transportation access and workforce are all aligned to support companies as they grow. We have worked hard to be ready so when the right opportunity comes along, we can take advantage of it. Boeing has been building Apache helicopters here for over 50 years, supporting national defense and high-skilled jobs. At the same time, businesses like Karis Pins are showing that craftsmanship, entrepreneurship, and local pride still matter. Along with companies like Able Steel helping building the structures and systems our region depends on every day, Mesa manufactures at every stage. Within the last 2 years, companies like Comico, Hadrian, Zenergy, JX Metals, Gulfstream, Able Aerospace, DSV, Fujifilm, and many others have chosen Mesa a place to invest, expand, and build for long term. This is evident around Mesa Gateway Airport, where manufacturing, aerospace, and logistics are coming together in a powerful way. The area is seeing record activity with more than 1 million square feet of private manufacturing already built or underway, representing thousands of future jobs and billions in projected investment. And increasingly, we are seeing Mesa become a hub for the industries that will shape America's future and its jobs coming back to the United States. Supply chains are becoming more stronger and more reliable closer to home, and communities like Mesa are stepping up to support that work. Behind it all is a strong pipeline for thousands of future jobs and billions of dollars in projected investment activity. The fact is, Mesa is competing and winning. We align manufacturing growth with workforce development through partnerships with ASU, Mesa Community College, East Valley Institute of Technology, Mesa Public Schools, and industry leaders who connect education directly to careers. Manufacturing and workforce development do not operate separately, they move together. And all of this growth and all of this opportunity only works when people are connected to it. Let's take a look.
I'm very proud of everything that I've learned here. You know, I could basically apply anything that I learned here out into the real world. This apprenticeship program, it prepares you a lot out in the actual field, and it makes you stand out from the rest.
I'm still in high school, and EVIT has granted me the right to already be working a career. I am building a career. Here in the Valley, I mean, there's thousands of different electrical companies I could be working for right now, and I would have never known that if EVIT didn't grant me the right to just go out there and work in the field and figure that out myself.
Mesa has really been intentional about having a full spectrum of economic development services and programs, and that includes workforce development and talent attraction. We want to make sure that companies are choosing to locate here and grow here because they have a workforce. And we also want to make sure that our residents who live here have a place to go to work. So it really is wonderful to work with some of these employers who are innovating, and what they're doing with workforce development is incredible.
We have invested heavily in our learning and development capabilities. We have a dedicated team on site that can take new hires, people who are new to light industrial manufacturing, and teach them all of the necessary skills and knowledge bits that they need to be successful at super radiator coils. In comparison to our other divisions and the experience that we've had hiring on the Phoenix side, the quality of candidates here in Mesa is extremely high, and the workforce has prior skills that apply for the business.
All workforce we've hired as of late has been local to the Arizona and the Mesa region. We've found incredible talent locally, and having that pre-existing knowledge is like massively impactful. And we're already have had conversations with like the local community college of how do we build this curriculum and how do we help kind of like leverage the local systems that already exist to build the talent pipeline for us.
Mesa's long had this workforce development pipeline with the 3 Maricopa Community College campuses within the city, or Arizona State University's manufacturing systems and networks campus here, where all 4 of those academic assets are consistently putting through students and preparing them for these industries that are continuing to grow.
We will continue to partner with industry and academia to upskill the workforce, as well as make sure that workforce pipeline is ready for companies who are employing today and well into the future.
Since 2021, the City of Mesa, in partnership with the Commerce Authority, we've already won over 60 projects, and it's represented over 15,000 jobs to the City of Mesa. And when you think about that in such a short span of time, you can see where there really is all one team moving in the same direction.
For us, it's about advancing business and really making sure that businesses know we care, we can help, and those businesses will create the quality jobs that we want for our residents and that will increase prosperity overall for Mesa.
Building together is part of Mesa's DNA. A student can see a real path from classroom to career. It means a business can hire locally and you know that that talent is ready. It means education and industry are not operating separately, they're working side by side. I'm out around the city almost every day. It's one of the mayoral privileges that I enjoy and that I get to experience firsthand, seeing the strength, resilience, and spirit that makes our community so special. At EVIT, students are getting experience in the trades. At Mesa Community College, out in the newly opened laydown yard, students are gaining hands-on experience and learning real-world skills that can lead to lifelong careers. With strong support from the industry partners, MCC is expanding its construction trade program to help meet today's workforce shortage, creating more opportunities for students to step into high-demand fields. I can tell you, as someone who started out as a block and bricklayer myself, those values of those skills stays with you for the rest of your life. And then there's ASU Polytechnic inside ISTB 12. At a nearly $200 million investment right here in Mesa, students are working in advanced labs focused on robotics, semiconductors, and the next generation of manufacturing. They're collaborating with industry, solving real-world problems, and preparing for jobs being created right here in our region. As Mesa's mayor, it's exciting to see these programs and hands-on curriculum creating that workforce pipeline. Now, our public purposes is to build partnerships among education experts, industry leaders, organizations, and city services, and community resources to enrich and advance education and workforce opportunities for Mesa's residents. Mesa is a city of more than 517,000. We're the 36th largest city in America with a median household income of nearly $79,000, a community where many have earned high school diploma or certificate and continue building their skills through further education. In Mesa, everyone plays a role. Students step forward, educators prepare talent, and the businesses create opportunity. We work together creating a Mesa that is built to last. Now, by state law, Mesa adopts a balanced budget, living within our means, protecting taxpayer dollars and investing wisely in our city's future. It takes fiscal discipline and allows us to invest with confidence, not just what we need today, but what will matter for years to come. Mesa consistently earns investment-grade bond ratings, ranging from A+ to AAA, which speaks to our strong financial management, steady performance, and low credit risk. Simply stated, Mesa manages its finances well so we can invest in our future at a lower cost. You can see it in the result of that discipline on the chart behind me. When you look at what homeowners pay across the region, we stand out. We deliver exceptional services and we do it at a lower cost. Mesa remains one of the most affordable cities while still delivering core services people depend on every day. In Mesa, we have made intentional choices. As a reminder, we do not have a primary property tax, nor do we tax groceries. And yet we continue to deliver on public safety, infrastructure, water, and the quality of life. My priority for our city is to stay focused on the fundamentals and manage our finances responsibly. A city built to last protects its people first. Now, Mesa's first responders show up every single day, and often in moments when people are facing the worst day of their lives. Last year alone, Mesa Fire and Medical responded to approximately 72,000 calls for service, and that's nearly 200 calls a day. Now, Mesa Police responded to approximately 284,000 calls to service, and that's nearly 779 calls every day. Day or night, someone is answering the call. As a retired Mesa Fire Captain Paramedic, I know firsthand how demanding and how dangerous that work can be. I've been on those calls. I've stood shoulder to shoulder with the men and women who run towards danger while others are running away. This past year, we added 2 of Mesa's firefighters to our fallen firefighter memorial wall. Firefighter paramedic Mark Keller, who died in the line of duty, and engineer Paul Shoup, who passed away while battling occupational cancer. Their passings are a reminder that first responders deal with life and death consequences whose impact will remain over time, and that impact will affect their families. It is why Mesa makes health and wellness a priority, expanding cancer screening, investing in early detection, and making sure our firefighters have access to the tools and support they need to protect themselves long after the call is over. Mark and Paul are a reminder that behind every badge is a person, a family, and a legacy of service. And I want to thank Nancy Shoup for being here this morning. Stacy Keller couldn't be here this morning. As part of our continued investment in public safety, we have approved new AI-enabled technology to support our 911 operations. Beginning in July, our systems will be able to automatically assist in reviewing emergency calls, helping ensure consistent quality, identify training opportunities for our call takers, and supporting our 911 professionals in delivering the highest level of service to our community. If you look at the trend line, you can see our city saw increases in violent crime like many cities across the nation. But in 2025, that trend changed. Violent crime dropped by 14%, with fewer aggravated assaults, sexual assaults, and robberies. And notably, aggravated assaults declined by 15%, the first decrease we've seen in 5 years. This progress reflects intentional strategies by our police department and a renewed focus on proactive and community-based policing, officers building relationships, being visible, and addressing issues early on. While there's still work to do, these results show that our approach is making a difference and that our city is moving in the right direction. Thank you. Even with all the growth we've seen and talked about today, we continue to be one of the safest large cities in the country. While this graph shows calls for service have increased, it is important to understand what that means. The police department receives a call from a resident asking for help, but many calls are now generated by the officers themselves as they proactively patrol our neighborhoods, our businesses, streets, parks, and addressing issues. So behind every number is a neighbor, a family, a business owner, and these trends reflect a department focused on prevention, partnership, and trust. Our officers are not simply responding to crime, they are out there in the community preventing it. This reflects a more engaged, visible police department committed to keeping our neighborhoods safe. This year, Mesa joined cities across the state to form the Coalition for Protecting Arizona's Lifeline, a united bipartisan effort to protect our Colorado River water and strengthen long-term security for Arizona families and businesses. Today, businesses are taking a hard look at communities' power portfolios and asking if it's dependable, affordable, and ready for the future. As chair of the U.S. Conference of Mayors Energy Committee, I work with leaders at the local and federal levels to ensure communities like Mesa have the energy resources needed for continued growth. This isn't an overnight solution, but it has our full attention. Here in Mesa, we are planning and investing in renewable energy, adding 3.7 megawatts of city-owned power, solar power, and supporting more than 2.2 megawatts of customer-generated solar to help power 229 homes. We're also securing an additional 25 megawatts of solar and 20 megawatts of battery storage to expand our future capacity, ensuring Mesa's municipal electric utility continues to keep pace with our city's growth. Being built to last isn't about the infrastructure, it's about the people. And it starts with more than 4,400 dedicated City of Mesa employees who serve our community every day. While I've had the privilege of standing here as mayor, they're the ones delivering first-class service and helping build a city to last. This commitment is reflected in the investments we're making. Let's hear more about it.
The City of Mesa has done a tremendous job over the years of making sure that we are doing everything that we can to be prepared for the future, making those upfront investments to ensure that we have sustainable and long-lasting infrastructure. We hear time and time again that Mesa is head and shoulders above other communities in the way that we plan for and prepare our city for the future. Mesa is proud to be the safest city of our size, but that didn't happen by luck. That was a concerted effort to make sure that we are on the cutting edge of officer training, investments in technology, and the infrastructure that surrounds our police department. So whether that was the cutting edge real-time crime center, whether it's using drones as first responders, making sure that techniques and training and other things that are so important to ensuring community safety is at the forefront of everything that we do as a department. We're so fortunate for the long-term planning that we have done with our water and energy resources to ensure that we are staying ahead of the infrastructure needs of our business community and our residents. What we have seen through our investment in the Central Mesa pipeline, through our investments in our water treatment facilities and wastewater plants, is to ensure that we have the vital infrastructure that's necessary to meet those demands of a growing community.
With this project, the 10.5-mile pipeline that makes up the Central Mesa reuse pipeline, now all 3 of our wastewater reclamation plants will be tied together, all delivering water to the Gila River Indian community. By putting this project into place and boosting how much effluent or recycled water we deliver to the Gila River Indian community, that in turn then boosts how much Colorado River water we get for our portfolio. So it's really a water sustainability, water security type of effort.
The reasons why more than 500,000 people choose to live in Mesa is the type of community that we are for families. We have some of the best parks, but also our cultural amenities, and we're continuing to invest in that to create a space where families can go and interact and learn, and that's what Mesa is all about. We're a very large city, but we're also a community where people want to interact and want their families to be able to have safe spaces, and that's what our investment in facilities like the Gateway Library is all about.
We really wanted this to be, since it was the first library in 30 years, a community effort where we heard what our community wanted to see in a new library and then even think beyond that. And we wanted it to be a destination, and it draws people not just in the Southeast Mesa community, but throughout Mesa, throughout the valley, so they can experience what a new future-forward library looks like, but also take advantage of the connections that you're able to foster in a library setting.
I'm so optimistic about the future and know that Mesa is a community that's built to last because we will make those concerted steps to make sure that we do not settle for second best, that we want Mesa to be a community that has all of the amenities, all of the employers, all of the assets that residents and businesses want. And so we're going to continue to get better and find ways that we can ensure that complacency doesn't creep into our community and that we're always looking for how we can improve and innovate and be a community that our residents are proud of.
What I shared with you today comes down to this. We're building a city, a community that's anchored by tradition and a shared purpose. These pillars and principles will be a launching pad for an exciting and innovative future. The way we plan, the way we invest, and the way we show up for Mesa. And as we celebrate America's 250th anniversary, let it be a reminder that this country's story started in places like this, where people serve, they invest in each other, and believe their best days ahead. I'm proud to say that Mesa is part of that story. So I'll leave you with this. Don't just watch what's happening in Mesa, be a part of it, stay engaged, and stay involved. Let's help shape what comes next. Here's to a city built with purpose, built with pride, built to last for the next 250 years. Thank you. Have a great morning.
Thank you for joining us for the Mayor's State of the City Breakfast, presented by the Mesa Chamber of Commerce.